Come, gather round, stalkers. Allow me to tell you the tale of the day I arrived in this god-forsaken exclusion zone. With any luck, you might be as famous as me amongst these lands. I was but a rookie, volunteering to assist Clear Sky in any way I could. My first assignment was to strengthen relations and meet with a mercenary. Dushman, his name was. That beautiful bastard. In my travels, a message had appeared on my PDA. A loner, looking for an escort to the west of the army base. Luckily, that was on the way to my destination, so I accepted his contract. We had made it a measly 50 meters down the road before being ambushed by a group of bandits. Pinned behind a stump, suffering from severe blood loss, I barely managed to survive the encounter.
Jesus fucking Christ, cunt.
Further down, we approached a military checkpoint. We approached slowly, as I saw the fresh corpse of a stalker slumped next to a campfire. Whatever killed this stalker was no longer present in the outpost, so we grabbed what we needed and continued. It wasn't long before a pair of fractured approached us. Despite my order to avoid the conflict, my companion continued towards the crawling monstrosities. They took all of my bullets to put them down, but we managed to survive without a scratch. I thought it safer he stayed behind while I cleared the path ahead. I wouldn't get paid if I let this idiot die. Following the road, a gunfight had erupted close. I continued upon the path, minding my own business, hoping to avoid the conflict. I was in no shape to fight. Eventually, a single bandit stood between me and the checkpoint into Rostock. One I could not avoid. After putting the bandit into the dirt, he caught second wind and sprinted for his life. Unfortunately for him, Yuri takes no mercy on bandits. I finished him off as a merc, made an entrance on my right. And at last, after a treacherous journey so far, I had come into Rostock, a base owned by Duty, which were in good terms with Clear Sky, thankfully. I could finally gather myself and resupply. I'll never forget that beautiful sunset. The first time I had seen the sun glow through the irradiated clouds, beaming off of the cliffside, signalling the end of a shit day. Unfortunately, my contract had a deadline. Staying for the night was out of the question, so we were quickly back on the road. And to the surprise of absolutely nobody, the moment we left Rostock, we were immediately ambushed by another squad of bandits. Protecting my client against the force, pinned behind a rusted out truck, one of the longer gunfights I've ever had took place. After a while, the guns eventually fell silent, and we were left standing by ourselves. At this point, we were within shouting distance of my client's drop-off, with two paths to choose from. I started running for the shorter of the two, to be met with the sound of a large gunfight just over the mountain. We were in no condition to take this fight. I couldn't keep up with the ammunition being spent on the bandits' skulls. I had been riddled down to my sidearm and a shotgun I ripped from the corpse in my previous encounter. We snuck behind the mountain and avoided the one bandit who was en route to the gunfight. Finally, we could see the drop-off. I was weary to follow the road. A flashlight lit up the trees alongside it. Of course, more bandits. One more obstacle. Despite my condition, I wasn't backing away from this one. During the gunfight, me and my companion got split on opposite sides of a boulder. As I saw a flashlight track left to right, followed by a spray of bullets, I had to run. No time to consider the other dangers. I caught up to the action and let a buckshot into my target. I immediately went to fire another. Instead, my heart dropped. Everything I had worked for today, the life of my client, the life of my own, all in the hands of fate. As I scrambled for my sidearm, a miracle happened. The bandit dropped from his wounds and was left there begging for mercy. I was in no state to share medical supplies, so a blade into the back of his head was the mercy I gave him. At last, we were done. Nothing stood in our way as the searchlights of the checkpoint shined on us. The warm glow of a fire awaited us. My first day in the zone paired with the completion of my first contract. He gave me my payment, and we parted ways as he thanked me. I never could have expected what would happen next.
Не стреляй! Я без оружия! Не стреляй! Сталкер!
You see, I didn't know this at the time, but both duty and mercenaries are ordered to shoot lone stalkers on sight. But they had let my companion pass through their checkpoints as he was with the member of Clear Sky, me. So the moment we severed ties, it was the end of him.